Let's punch furries. Hooray! Hello everybody, my name is TRG and welcome to Will Fight for Food, the Super Actual Sellout Game of the Hour edition. And that's the first and last time I'm going to pronounce that. This is sort of a adventure brawler kind of thingy with things in it, and I'm not even sure if this should be a first impression or a review, since I managed to finish the game in 44 minutes. So let's just start a new game, and you can select a difficulty. They all vary in the amounts of damage you make and damage you take. I played on the easy mode, on the normal mode, and as far as I can tell, I only take just more damage on the normal mode. And we can also choose one of the costumes. Just go with purple. And the story is that we participate in a WFF, which is a parody of WWE or something like that. I have no idea about wrestling or kickboxing or anything, and it turns out to be fake and staged, and the dialogue's really not interesting. I tried to read all the dialogue, but at one point, I don't know, it tries to be funny, but it fails to impress me. Like, I just, at some point I just started skipping a lot of dialogue, and this is the sort of intro. The interesting thing about this game is that supposedly there's multiple ways to finish it and multiple ways to play it. So even though I completed the game in 44 minutes, there are other endings, supposedly. Right now it doesn't matter, but you can walk with the arrow keys. Space puts you in the fighting mode, which everyone knows you're the same guy, you just pull over your mask in front of them. You can also talk to a lot of people, and there's a lot of talk and a lot of nothing. You can actually peacefully solve all the problems and finish the game in that way. But it's much easier to punch everybody, since you are allowed to literally punch every single person in the game. And there's also the second thing that I hoped I liked, and it's the supposedly very robust dialogue system, in which you can choose first your body language, your opinion, and the tone of your voice. Agree and act sincere. The problem is, it's kind of random. It's mostly for me, it's a color matching game, because I have no idea what I'm gonna say. So I increased my opinion 2 times now, and let's go with this. But I won anyways. And that's the problem. It's sort of a guessing game for me, and if you fail, you can just attempt it a second time, or just, you know, save the game and load it up. There's a lot of people who just, well, talk. And let's talk about the combat system. Let's go into combat system, and you have your basic punching ability, kick, and a special dash. You're supposed to alternate between them to beat the crap out of enemies. And let's go to the town hall, and I'm gonna demonstrate to you what my problem with the combat is. Let's pull out our mask, and let's just spam one single button. I think you're getting the point. Ta-da! And now this guy is going to try and beat me up. And the same thing is going to happen. Sometimes you can also alternate between the dash and the kick, and it's equally as... well, it works equally well. And that's the thing. This game does a very poor job with the combat, because the thing in game design is, in theory, and well, also in practice, a lot of people will just, once they realize they can use a single attack and execute it over and over and over again, they will exploit that to win the game, but they're gonna get bored. That's when games usually spice things up, like give you new combos, new enemies that defend against your normal attacks that you used. And right now it's just... I can just walk up to everybody and kick the ever-loving crap out of them using one button. I kinda like the graphics then, they're pretty nice, but that's the sort of thing. It's easier to basically kick the crap out of people. And it's like the saying that violence solves everything. Oh, his attack is sort of more far away. This is the... oh my, this is the first enemy that actually kicked my ass. Here lies Jared, smelled like thoughts, lasts in love, lasts in our hearts. Wow, that actually beat me, so... yeah. We can also skip these things. Blah 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 blah. You can also have the journal, which keeps track of what you do. But like I said, on the easiest mode, it's very easy to just win the game. You can also equip stuff. It randomly unlocks for me at least. You can also go to the forest and beat up furries. Because this game is a perfect 10 out of 10. Oh wait, I first have to probably beat the crap out of these guys. Yay! One button spamming. And that's the thing. Even though I have an alternative way of playing the game, I just don't want it because there's an easier way. Oh, and the second thing, you can just alternate between a dash and a kick, and my health is restored. Can I kick these guys? No, let's ignore them. Let's punch furries. Hooray! And I can take 4 of them at once. Yeah, I'll lose health, but after beating them, I get back some of my health. There are also no pickups or anything. Oh yeah, this place is just empty. So yeah, those are my gripes with this game. It looked nice, but there's very little content. Like this map. These are all of the places you can visit. And besides a lot of dialogue, it's not really interesting. And even if you say, oh, well, okay, you can if the game is too easy, you can just crank up the difficulty, right? Well, that's a problem. Even if your game is easy, you have an easy mode, it should be still somewhat challenging. Because right now, I died once. And hello, doctor, and See? There's just another combo that will just make everything work. Ta-da! Beaten again! And once you beat all of the areas, you just get into a boss fight where you fight actually everyone. Every single one of them. So yeah, this is a super will fight for food, which really isn't that great. At least in my opinion. Some people might find it fun. It's been fun, but I don't know, for a very short period of time, then it got really, really boring really fast. There's a lot of dialogue, but if your game is focused around combat, you better make sure that your combat is as good as it gets. Because this game has a very lackluster combat. And like I said, if your game is 90% dialogue and 10% action, I'm gonna get bored really easily. Because let's be honest, even though games like, for example, Metal Gear Rising had an easy mode where every single one of your attacks you had an auto parry as long as you just mashed buttons, it was still challenging to finish the game. And the other thing about the... what was it? The discussion tree thingy, where you have multiple options on how to talk to people. That also I have a problem because in games, for example, like Deus Ex, not the Revolution, the... oh god, what was the subname of that Deus Ex game with Jensen? But anyway, you got the... whenever you could choose like one of various answers, you had some choices. Wow! Yeah, that file was bogus, this game sucks anyway. Couldn't agree more. Even when, like I said, you would oh, I actually auto-saved. You had a choice of talk aggressively or talk calmly or something. It would tell you what your response would sound like. Here it's just click colorful buttons. There's no meaning to the buttons. You just have to pray that you chose the right color combination. It's simple as that. And as boring as that. So yeah, this was me, TRG, raving a bit about this game, whatever its name is. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!